Hello everybody, my name is Jarama, and today we are going to be talking about Jurassic World Rebirth. And honestly, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm gonna be so real. I've gone to the theater, a couple of times, right? And every couple of times I've went, the movies always disappoint me, because I'm like, dang, that kind of sucked. For instance, Dominion. And then another, for instance, that was a real terrible one that just was all over the place, was Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Now that's the definition of mid. This movie was actually pretty good. Honestly, blew my expectations out of the water. And yeah, it was just really good. So let's, I guess, talk about it, you know what I mean? It's spoilers, I guess, if you haven't watched the movie, then get out of here, I guess. Or if you don't really care about spoilers, because, Universal just spoils the whole movie in the trailers anyway, so, yeah, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But anyway, let's get right into it. So in the movie, there's two perspectives in the in the movie, right? You got the family's perspective, right? And then you got the special ops DNA recovery squad. I don't know, but anyway, the characters on the DNA recovery squad is the dinosaur nerd guy, Scarlett Johansson, and then Duncan the goat. Duncan's the only good character on that squad, bro. That's the only character that I care about. Scarlett Johansson's character is really awkward and weird. I don't know. Not to blame Scarlett Johansson or anything, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really watch movies with her in it, so maybe that's just how she is. But I have no idea. But I don't know. Her acting was kind of weird. She was really awkward. But hey, it is what it is. The Dino Nerd guy, kind of whatever. Just unnecessary. Wasn't needed. But hey, it is what it is. But Duncan was the goat. I feel like the whole mercenary, get a special ops squad to recover the that's been done so many times, bro. Like, we don't need that. I feel like if it was just the family's perspective, it would have been so much better. I'm gonna be honest, those were the best parts of the movie, where it was just the family. I feel like if we got the movie where it was just the family that crashed onto the island or something, or I feel like that would have been so much better. Maybe, you could have had like some squad, but I don't know, like a rescue squad or something. I don't know, but I just feel like it was kind of unnecessary to have a special ops squad. It would have just been so much better if it was just a normal family, like normal people. That was like I feel like that's the main appeal of like the original Jurassic Park, is that it's just people surviving, you know what I mean? It's not like Chris Pratt action hero, you know what I mean? So I don't know, but hey, there are like a couple of like action hero, like insane plot armor like moments in this movie, but whatever. What are you gonna do? And another thing that's really unnecessary in this movie, I think, is the mutodons. I feel like they could have just used raptors. Like, that, they don't even fly, really. Like, I don't know. The mutodons were quite useless, and honestly, it looked quite ugly. I'm gonna be real. I mean, I guess that's the whole point of them. They're mutants, right? But I feel like they could have just been raptors, and they would have been way cooler if they were just raptors, because they were the Jurassic Park 3 raptors. You could literally see them in the background when the dude's taking a piss. The D-Rex was kind of cool. I'm gonna be real. The D-Rex, I didn't really have a strong opinion on it, in the first place, really. I was just like, whatever. But I feel like, the mutodons were, that's the line. That's the line I draw, because that's, I don't know. You don't need two of them. They didn't even, like, interact or anything. There was, like, no point for the mutodon. It was just, like, they fly now. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they could have just used raptors. Yeah, I think that's it, honestly. Well, anyway, if you enjoyed this video, you should go check out my Alien Isolation video, or, like, my Dead by Daylight video. That's also kind of peak, too. Both of them are peak. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about this movie, whatever, let's have a discussion, civil discussion. Everyone has their own right to their opinion, whatever, I think this movie's good. What about you? Anyway, my name's Jarama, and this has been a short little review. See you next time.